Cheers, welcome to my channel. This is a tarot oracle reading, and this is for the new moon solar eclipse on August the 12th. And you, Cancer, are the star of this astrological insight. If your sun sign is not Cancer, we all have a little bit of that sign in us somewhere. If you do have your birth chart done, which house did Cancer fall in? That will give you further clarity as to where this information is most prominent for you. This is timely reading, so if you're watching it at this time, it's perfect for you. And also, this is general and collective. What I mean by general, this is for anyone who wants to watch it, and collective, it's for those who have subscribed to the channel. I'm zeroing in on your energy to be a little bit more specific. All right, we do have the underlying energy for the reading is the Eight of Cups, and the cups in tarot represent love. Now, this is 8 cups here is talking, you've put a lot of time, money, energy, you've invested a lot of yourself into something for, it could be up to 8 years here, it looks like, or more. And you're walking away from it for whatever reason. It was not fulfilling for you. And this is talking about, taking a long time to come to this conclusion, but eventually you walk away. And we do have the energy of the moon here, the new moon and the full moon. Now, this new moon reading here, this is for August 12th, and the moon is in the sign of Leo. And it's also a total solar eclipse. And the opposing energy to the Leo energy is the energy of Aquarius, because Aquarius is across the wheel from on the zodiac wheel. The opposing energy is shedding light upon what's happening in the hidden elements of the moon. So if you've had to walk away from, this could represent someone walking away from you that you love, that you've had a relationship with, a significant relationship with. It could be romantic, it could be family, it could be friends, co-workers, it could be your peers, your people that you really care about, that you've invested possibly 8 years or more of energy into. This can also represent something that you love to do or love to be, and maybe you had to walk away from it for whatever reason. And this is talking about moving out. This could be you walking away or the other people walking away. Whatever happened, it's put an end to this situation. Now, the Leo energy is about leadership and wanting things like being an individual and being a leader. And it's about really wanting to pull that out of yourself. The Aquarius energy also is very individualistic, but Aquarius energy is more likely to consider the needs of the group and collaborate within the group, whereas the Leo energy is like, my way. I'm the leader, do what I say. It's that type of energy. So let's see how this works out. We have the energy of the 10 of Pentacles. So the 10 of Pentacles is talking about, a windfall that comes after hardship quite often. And it does look like we've had some hardship here. That's the next card. So this is talking about, Cancer, you are ruled by the moon. And so this moon energy is talking about how highly emotional this has been for you. And it's talking about wanting to, it's talking about a healing energy from whatever this is. So I'm just trying to get an understanding here just by looking at the cards originally. So the moon is saying that after this hardship, whatever you've been through, there's going to be judgment called, and this energy is going to be like a windfall. So this is like, if you watch the talent shows, it's like when they hit the golden buzzer and you get to skip steps and move to the top. Or maybe a lottery ticket comes through, an investment that you have all of a sudden as, you know, it paid off way better than you thought it would. This is talking about not just money, though. The Pentacles in Tarot represent health, wealth, and happiness in the 3D. And so you could have all the money in the world, and if you don't have your health and you don't have love in your life, you're not going to be that happy. You may already have this. This might be saying this is your position. You have the money, you have all of that, but you don't have that special someone, it looks like. This quite often can be talking about having like 5 good years or 6, 7 years with someone. There, all the cups are lined up, and then all of a sudden there's a gap here in between. And this quite often can represent a couple that where there was a third party energy, and it's in between the 7th and 8th year. Now, this energy here is talking about the ultimate lifestyle in a perfectly imperfect world, of course. This is talking about having that perfect partner and the health and the children and the, you know, the pets, and even having time to stop and chat with the neighbor. So it's about your lifestyle, not just about making money and your accumulations in the material world. We have the Three of Swords here following that card, and this definitely, you can see just looking at it, this represents heartache or heartbreak, and it's right on top of this energy here. And so it's talking about, you know, the swords in tarot represent the element of air. This is thoughts. And so it's also, the swords represent your mental intelligence and discipline of your mind. And it looks here like when you look at it, you're like, well, how is someone ever going to recover from that? They've got 3 swords in their heart. But then when you look, you see that this person has a very big heart and the swords are small. So it's saying that they can overcome it. That's the significance of that. And this card quite often can talk about, it can talk about gossip and slander, harsh words being spoken, lies. It can be talking about someone who's afraid to speak their truth. Their heart is in their throat. But this is something that they can recover from, or you can, I feel this is your energy. You've gone, this quite often can represent this gap here, this third sword dividing a couple is quite often representing a third party energy that was involved in your intimate relationship. And it also can talk about, you know, being sandwiched in is the words I'm getting, between people in your family or your friends or people closing in. I get this energy of just closing in on, being closed in on, whatever that means. It might mean something to you. This is saying that, you know, definitely this, you're going to have to put the energy and the effort in to be able to be free of this energy. Now, the first step is walking away from the energy and not being involved in it anymore, or with the people. So this is about, sometimes it can be very challenging to do, but sometimes we just have to walk away from what we love to do or be. We have to walk away from, you know, the homes we live in right now. We're seeing that in the, here in British Columbia. You know, I think over 1,000 people were evacuated on Saturday night, and it's like very smoky here again today. I haven't even watched to see what's going on. I know it's not affecting me on a dangerous level at this point, but the smoke is just, the whole sky is just full of smoke, and the fire was, we had such high winds on Saturday. It was just like 85-kilometer winds. And it's just like that. It's like this kind of energy of like having to, you know, just, you have no control over the situation, and you just have to do your best to heal from it. Keep your, you know, do what you can and let go of the control. You don't have the control. The Most High has the control here. And this is talking about judgment coming down for some sort of actions here. Yes, God is saying, touch not my anointed. This is talking about judgment coming through. This could be something that happened with your ancestors. This quite often, when this is like this, it can represent their heartbreak of having worked very hard to give you something, and for whatever reason, you did not receive it. And, you know, whatever is going on here, it could have something to do with that. The ancestors are literally climbing out of their boxes with joy because judgment has been called. and they're waving to their descendants across the veil. So whatever is happening here for you, you might be clearing up energy that's more than just your own. And that might be why it feels so heavy. This energy feels really heavy. Even though there's the promise of this coming in, it was that the promise that you didn't receive that causes this judgment to come down. So I feel like that, because this is in hidden illusions and secrets. And it's also, I'm picking up an energy of leadership, like that you're not able to move on and do what you were meant to do until this judgment is called, because this was supposed to be part of how you did it. And so this is talking about sometimes skeletons falling out of the family closet. And on a higher level, on a bigger level, it's talking about what's going on in the world, Pandora's box being opened. We're seeing that in the news these days, man. We're seeing what a lot of, like, just when you think, okay, we already went through the files, and we went through the Legos. we're finding out all sorts of things. Like now we have like this, the Senate hearings, and it's just very disturbing information coming out. And so a lot of people are really feeling this heavy energy at this time. The moon is not until the new moon. It's is it the 4th today? I think it's the 4th. Or no, it's the 4th. And it's not for another week, but I'm doing the reading early because it's also an eclipse. And this is kind of that eclipse energy. The eclipse, I'm just going to talk about that for a minute here because it's coming up now. The eclipse season is like a series of eclipses that happen. And this one is, it's a Leo Aquarius. And as I said, and the last time we had this type of energy in a eclipse season was back in August of 2016 until January of 2019. So if you think back, what was going on in your life from 2016 to August 2016 to January 2019. And then we had it again in 2008 in February until August of 2009. And we, going further back, we had it in August 1998 to July 2000. So I looked up those dates for you. So if you want to look back, you can look back. What was going on in your life back then? If it goes that far back, and if not, what was going on in your life? What was going on in your parents' life back then? So it might give you some clarity as to what's going on in this season now. Now we have also a major transition coming in. Definitely that we're talking about that. One day you're celebrating a happy family event, and the next day you're evacuated from your homes and leaving leaving and not knowing if you're going to have a home to come back to. It's very challenging energy, and this is kind of like the winds of change are upon us, I feel like, in so many ways. And the energy here is the Grim Reapers coming through. Now, the good news here, I don't think there has been any deaths at all, and we haven't lost any human life, but it's so sad, the wildlife, and it's just a sad thing all the way around. So the Grim Reaper is coming in town, and there's change a-coming. And this is talking about the light at the end of the tunnel, though, with the cleansing of the old and the new coming in. And we have the older people saying, get out of town, Grim Reaper, we don't want you to come through. But the one thing they say you can always rely on is death and taxes, and also change, because change is happening every second of every minute of every day. And the young ones here are actually welcoming the change because they're bored and they want this bloom of new life. And they have the little one is even offering the Grim Reaper flower. This talks about not just the cycle of death, but the cycle of rebirth. And a king has been trampled here, and This is about systems not working, cracks in the systems being exposed, and people having to change their ways, basically. And I feel like this energy has been, we've been moving into this energy for a while, and a lot of people have gotten comfortable with the way things are, and getting away with a lot of different energies. And now it's kind of like your actions always do catch up with you, and also your inactions. And so that's karma. Like, it's just the way it is, cause and effect for what you've put your energy into. Now we have Page of Swords energy, and this is talking about a breath of fresh air once the the light at the end of the tunnel, and we see the sun coming up here, or setting. We don't know which one it is, but it's saying the sun rises in the east, and we know that at some point there will be peace. And this is the Page of Swords energy, is talking about a breath of fresh air. And it's talking about, a new energy coming in, being optimistic again, and being able to look at things from a different perspective. The Page of Swords, he's not looking at his sword because he knows the logical question. He wants to think outside the box, find a creative solution for the problem using his intuition, and add the two together so that there's a creative solution here. And, the ground is literally moving under his feet, and that's talking about progress or progressive action moving through. Like, it's talking about how there's always change, even when the ground underneath our feet feels solid and it feels like we are not moving. We're always moving, and there's always change happening. The pages would work for the king and queen around 7 to 14. So this information or communication, that would be their main job, is to run communication between people and also do small tasks and errands. And this energy is also talking about, the time, like the frame, like when the pages, this would be a real coup for them to get this position. You might think, oh, 7 to 14, that's really young, but they, in those days, the life expectancy was half of what it is now. So they went to work early in life out of necessity. And but this is talking about someone, when they became 21, if they were still with the court, they might even be considered for knighthood if they could afford their own horse. So this is talking about, someone that is possibly someone that you've known or know of from when you were a child, like elementary school, high school, someone that you met in college, university, when you were in that time frame, or you were just maybe apprenticing and starting out in the workforce. And this is talking about, maybe this is going back to this energy here, because your ancestors are here, that something happened maybe when you were a child back in that time, and that it's that they weren't able to clean it up before they crossed the veil. And this could be your grandparents, great-grandparents, and your parents, depending on your age. And so this is talking about, communication, information coming in that could possibly be going all the way back to when you were in that time frame. It can also be talking about people that you met from back then, or that were important in your life. They might be coming back into your life, or they might be involved in the information, or they might have some information or some clarity for you. This can also be an aha moment, an epiphany that hits you, like you're just all of a sudden washing the dishes and it hits you, oh, I need to go look something up, and boom, there it is. This is talking about lovers as well. And so this could be someone that you knew back then that you're about to reconnect with. It can also talk about shift that happened back in 7 years ago, 14 years ago, 21 years ago. So this is all just giving you some sort of idea, some sort of information, communication is coming in, and it's going to enlighten you as to something. Now we do have the Lovers card here. So this could involve a lover of yours. This could be a past lover from back then. It could also talk about a new lover coming in. And it can be like, because the sun is shining on this. This generally, the cloud in between is talking about, this could be someone that you've never met, or you haven't seen them for a long time. You know of them, but you have not had a significant relationship with them. And this could be the anointing of God. The sun represents God's energy, and this is like talking about a divine couple. God bringing two people together to do their work, and so this card in the beginning, though, was about choice when tarot first came out. And then it kind of progressed as being this card of more romantic love. And it definitely does quite often involve romantic love. But it goes deeper than that because it's generally someone that is, a power couple that's able to empower each other to do beautiful things on the planet. And so we do have this energy is the opposing energy for the energy above here. So it's talking about you walk away or someone walks away, and then you're running, whatever this is, that's the energy, like, that evacuation energy where you're just being evacuated from the situation. And sometimes this type of energy is, rejection can be God's protection. So we've got from the bottom here, we've got the lover, the energy coming in after walking away from a situation or relationships that were no longer fulfilling, to come to this energy here, to the pentacle energy, which is the 10 of Pentacles, the ultimate lifestyle. After you walk away from the situation that you're in, this new energy comes in. This is a windfall after hardship, so that makes total sense. This could also be a windfall that you lost because a lover walked away from you, and this energy, someone else is being sent in. So whichever way you look at it, there's a major transition coming in, and it started the minute you let go of whatever this is. You may have let it go in little pieces, but now it's like you've walked away, they've walked away. This is a major transition, and now judgment is called. Judgment is called, you walk away, and transition happens. One way or the other, it's happening. And there's sirens in the background here as I say that. We have the Page of Swords energy. Some information, communication comes in regarding the reasons why you had to walk away and what happened here. It could happen around this eclipse season. Now, eclipse seasons last about 6 months. I really advise take a little bit of time, and because eclipse seasons are kind of like the energy percolates on the back burner, like potpourri. It's in the back burner, it's in the background. It's you notice it, but it's not like a significant part of your life. It's not life altering in any way, but there it is. And if you write down like 5 to 10 things that you want to accomplish during this time frame, you may be shocked and surprised when you look 6 months later at how much has just been done. We did have an eclipse season February 17th to March 3rd, so you can look back then and just see what all have you managed to get done, because that eclipse season has come to an end now. So this is talking about the Page of Swords. Some sort of information comes in, and walking away heals your heart, or your heart broke in, so you walk away or they walk away, and then some information comes in. So whichever way that you read it, bottom line is there's some information coming in that's going to cause a huge transition in your life, and your ancestors are thrilled about it, because it was something they couldn't complete before they crossed the veil, however far back that goes. I'm going to clarify this for those that want clarification. So this is talking about the cards I'm using are Tales from the Vector, and this energy is it's courtesy of the Intergalactic Federation of Light. The numbers on the cards represent the paintings in the gallery on my website, talesfromthevector.com. I'll put all that in the order they appear here in the box below. Picture paints 1,000 words. Perhaps it'll give you further clarity if you need it after this. Gemini energy coming in. Right away, I was wondering if this card would come up. This is talking about justice coming in, and it's talking about truth. And when the horoscope signs come in my readings, I'm not talking about individuals. I'm talking about the energy of each of the signs. If you ever get your birth chart done, you'll notice that you have all the signs in your chart. This is talking about this Cancer energy right away. What's coming up is, your glyph is the crab. And it's your home life, and that what you want happening in your home is very important to Cancer energy. It's so much so that they carry their home on their back. It's a shell. And, but if you get a bunch of crabs in a bucket and they've been collected for supper that night, they're sitting on a bucket on the dock, and one of them tries to climb out of that bucket. The others will pull them back in. And so they call that being a crab in the bucket. Wanting you to suffer their fate along with them. And instead of following you out of the bucket, they will fall back in it, pull you back down with them. So this is about energy of lowering, this energy is of an effort to take you down, like to lower your, to degrade your energy, and make you walk away from maybe your life path or whatever this is. This is pretty heavy energy, because now Gemini, the thing is Uranus, which is a very big planet, it's on the outskirts, just moved in to the sign of Gemini about 2 months ago. And bottom line is, the truth comes out with Gemini, with Uranus and Gemini. And it comes out in weird ways, because Gemini energy is very quick. And so it'll be like all of a sudden this information comes out, and the next thing you know, it comes out like in really, really weird ways. And then like how it's discovered usually. And we're seeing that a lot right now, man. And we have like this energy has not been on the planet since 1941 to 1949. And that's when World War II was happening. And then the aftermath of that. So that definitely could go back, all that way back, with this energy coming up here. So I was wondering if this card would come out. So this could be something that happened to your parents, your grandparents, great-grandparents, and they finally are getting justice now. That's why they're so excited here. And then we have, and look at it, it says creative solutions instead of just using your logic. That's right here. Underneath we have disruption. What's fun for some is not fun for everyone. Yes, if you are the third, like if you're the one who's walking away, or someone walks away because they're in a third party energy, and you thought you were in a couple, that is not much fun for you. I'm sure they were having more fun than you, but their actions are catching up with them now, and what's fun for some is not going to be that fun for everyone. The disruption of you, of whatever happened here, is being put back in order. That's basically what it's saying. And this is there's an Empress energy here, and I feel like being on this here, there could have been some sort of Empress energy, someone that had some push or pull, someone who had clout involved in a situation here that was able to cause some of this energy. And I feel like there could be some of that energy. This can also represent perjury. So I'm picking up some sort of energy, but what it's also saying at the same time is because of what you went through, it made you tough. And the Empress energy is talking about, she's in the major arcana, and she embodies the qualities of all four of the queens. Because she's been through so much, she's elevated to an Empress status. And so this is a very powerful manifester. And this is like someone, I feel like this, that's why right away what came up is touch not my anointed. And this is talking about both sides of this. Like the more that that you were taken down, or the attempts to take you down, the more the rejection, the more truth that's going to come out about the situation. We have dissemination of information. So there's been an elephant in the room, and everybody can see it now. Everybody can see it. And the ones that can't see it still don't want to see it, but they will be forced to see it. It's like, it's going to be, the elephant has been there for a while, and it might have been there for a very long time, and it's starting to become unnoticeable. And this is about the believing in your own press. is when people can get to the point where they, they believe what the press is saying about them. Like, this is talking about people that other people really look up to, and then they fall. That happens when we're very young, just with our parents. At first, we look up to them and we think they know everything. And then when we're teenagers, we don't think they know a damn thing. It's that type of energy. And it also can be about, a lot of times when people are trying to motivate people, they'll say, you have to believe in yourself. But a lot of people have limiting beliefs about themselves. And so sometimes you're better off not believing what you think about yourself. Sometimes you're way more powerful than you think you are. And that's talking about this Empress energy in that way. And then we have Capricorn, very highly ambitious energy. Seeing the possibilities in the challenges. And this is what I'm talking about. You can get actually elevated to an Empress energy by taking consistent steps of action to get to your goal, no matter what. If you're on God's plan and you're anointed to do that, that's your mission, it's going to happen one way or another. And are you going to do it the hard way or the easy way? It doesn't matter to God which way you do it, but his plan will happen, and in his good timing as well. And so this is talking about jealousy. I'd rather be better than bitter, though. So this is talking about, there could be a lot of jealousy involved in this. Of course, this is the ultimate, lifestyle. Like, we're talking billionaire energy. We're talking about, the 1%, the elite, billionaire, trillionaire energy. There's 10 pentacles in tarot. So that would be the top. And there could be a lot of jealousy involved here. And sometimes this could even involve family members or sibling rivalry, or it could be talking more on, a global level of like, we're all brothers and sisters on the planet. We all live on this planet together. And we have the Aquarius energy talking about Uranus. And so it's being said again that the truth is going to come out about what has happened here. And you will be on your plan, on God's plan. Bottom line, that's what it's happening. And the Uranus energy is about experimentation. So, what is that experimentation energy? It could be so many things. Someone is experimenting with something, and it got out of hand. This could be talking about making small changes in your life, and then it's an experiment, and you observe to see how it improves your life or how it doesn't. So you stop doing what is not an improvement, and you start doing, you try something else. Feel like this could have been something that got out of hand on some level. So we're going to end the reading here, but this is good energy. It's saying you're in the Empress energy. You're manifesting at a high level, whether you're male or female. The tarot cards are archetypes, so they're not gender specific. You can be a male Empress. All right, we're in your feminine energy. All right, I am going to end this reading. Thank you for your time and your energy, your likes, comments, shares, subscribes. This actually has a happy ending with God here, so just hang in there. Keep moving forward in the best way that you can. All right, bye for now.